I'm so excited to introduce our next speaker, who is truly a Department of Corrections success story. One of the things that's really unique about our department that you won't see necessarily across the country is that our department is not threatened by programs that are created by inmates. And there's one such program at SCI Graterford called the FACT program, which is an acronym for Fathers and Children Together. And it's a program that uses the vehicle of art to bring together a father and their child and learn how to be together. And it's a really cool program. Former Representative Ron Waters brought this idea. Go ahead, you can give my pops a round of applause. Brought this program to me. I think it was Superintendent Warnerowitz at the time, signed off, and we went off into this journey. And probably the best sell, the best advertisement for this program and programs like these is our following speaker. So I'd like to introduce Dawan Williams.
Children of incarcerated parents are 7 times more likely to become incarcerated themselves. So I must ask each and every individual in here today, are you in or are you out? Because there is no in between. Me, myself, I was in. 10 years, 6 days, 12 hours, 37 minutes, and 13 seconds. 13 seconds, that's how long it took for the slider to open for me to step through for my freedom at SCI Graterford Prison. I was in. I chose to break the law. I chose to put my children in a position to have to grow up without their father. They didn't choose for themselves, I chose for them. I chose for my mother to have to travel 6, 7, 8 hours away, gas money, commissary, phone calls, tolls, hotels, because of a bad choice that I made. I was sentenced to die in prison. But on April the 2nd, 2011, my sentence was vacated and my sentence was overturned. "17 months later, August the 16th, Thursday, August 16th, 2012, I was transferred to SCI Graterford. When I got to SCI Graterford, I was approached by a prisoner who was currently serving a life sentence, who was well respected, in the neighborhoods and in prison. And may his peace and blessings be upon us, because he's no longer with us today. And this individual, he approached me about the FACT program, Fathers and Children Together. And he said that this is a program that's geared towards reconnecting incarcerated fathers back with their children. And me, I was kind of young at the time. I thought I had it all figured out. I don't need a program designed by inmates to tell me how to be a father. But these men were tired of going in the visiting room and seeing women, whether it be mothers, grandmothers, or the mothers of your child, bring children up to a visiting room, and you're more in tune with the adult, and the child is left running around the visiting room doing its own thing. So they came up with the formula that's geared towards reconnecting incarcerated fathers back with their children. I have 3 children, Ajane Lynn Williams, Dawan Williams, and Daija Shaw. They tried to tell me that my son was a problem. They told me that my son, he needed medication. He needs to be diagnosed with ADHD and ABC and all that other stuff. They said your son needs to be sent away, okay? I never told anyone that I was coming home, okay? I never told anyone I was coming home. So while I was in this program, we came up with another component. Instead of sitting around crying about what's not happening, a group of individuals decide to make something happen. So I reached out to his school principal. I explained my situation. Help me help my son from where I am. The principal wrote me back. The principal wrote me back. He sent me a copy of my son's report card. He sent me a copy of his progress report. He sent me a copy of each and every suspension letter that was in his file from 1st, 2nd, 3rd grade. So then I called him because I had made parole and I still hadn't told anyone. And I left everyone in the dark for a reason. So then Superintendent Mike Wernierowitz, I was a staff dining hall worker. I took the folder to Superintendent Wernierowitz. I said, look, the principal wrote me back. I want to take this information with me out on a visit because I want to confront my son about his behavior. Sure, no problem. So that's how I built the relationship with the principal. So now I'm out. 10 years, 6 days, 12 hours, 23 minutes, 13 seconds later, I step out the walls of Greaterford. My brother is there to pick me up. He said, come on, where we gonna go eat? No, I don't wanna go eat. Come on, we gotta get you out them clothes. No, I don't wanna get out those clothes. Take me straight from SCI Greaterford Prison, straight to Joseph Pennell Elementary School, straight to my son's school. No stop, no change clothes, no go down the way, no go see homeboy, no go see homegirl. Go back to your children who's waiting for you. I got out the car. They ushered us through the hallway. Now, mainly these type of stories go on for individuals returning home from the military. They come home, they surprise their family that they back. So we wanted to step outside the box and do something different. Keep in mind, my children thought that they would never see their father in society again. A lot of people thought that. Nobody knew I was coming home with the exception of the Fathers and Children Together program. So when I walk into the school library at Joseph Pennell Elementary School, the cameras are rolling, the newspaper is there, the Power 99 radio station was there. I begin giving my spiel and going to the interview. The principal leaves out. He goes up to my son's classroom. Dawan Williams, come with me. The whole class said, ooh, you in trouble? Dawan says, what'd I do? What'd I do? Come with me. Just come with me. He walks him down the steps. I'm in the school library. I'm giving my spill, giving my gratitude to the Fathers and Children Together program, giving my gratitude to the men who helped change my life inside the walls of SCI Greaterford Prison. And out my peripheral vision, I see the principal walk in with my son walking in. Now, for little Dawan, when I first got incarcerated, his mother was just impregnated with him. So her whole 9 months of pregnancy and each and every birthday after that, all that he knew of his father was through the visiting room, phone calls, 15-minute phone calls, when they could happen, back when phone calls was $5 and some change. Letters and the stories that he would hear of his father. So he walks into the school library, and he's still trying to figure out from the principal, what'd I do? What'd I do? And the principal asks him, you know this gentleman standing right here? Dawan looked up. And I opened my arms, and Dawan came and gave me the biggest hug a father could ever receive. Then he patted me on the back, and that was a rebirth of a nation. So again, I must ask you, are you in? Are you out? Because there is no in between. The day didn't stop there. The principal went back. Now I'm finishing the interview. I have little Dawan with me. He goes back to my daughter's kindergarten class. Daija, come with me. Okay. She comes in. You know this guy here? That's my dad. And I can still hear the clicking of her barrettes running over to me, jumping in my arms. We leave Joseph Pennell Elementary School. Our next stop is Southwest Leadership Academy Charter School. My daughter, who had at the time just turned 12 years old, September 10th, 2014. Unfortunately, due to the vast publicity, we couldn't do what we did at Pendle inside the school, so we had to go to her home and wait for her to get home. My brother, her uncle calls her. Ajane, where are you? I'm trying to give you your birthday gift. Okay, I'm coming straight home from school. Ajane comes walking up. My brother gets out, hugs her, crews all around, filming. She's trying to figure out what's going on. He said, I'm not going to carry it. I need you just get it out the back seat. We're going in the house. So she prances over to the back seat. She opened the back door, and she screamed. She jumped in my arms as if she was still my 2-year-old baby that I had left over 10 years ago. Now I want to fast forward 26 months later. I've been home now for 2 years and 2 months later. All 3 children are on the honor roll. That same young man that the system was ready to write off and throw away and said that he needed medication and he had behavioral problems and he needed to be sent away, he needed his father. Our children didn't ask to be here. Our children need their fathers. I'm no different from nobody sitting in this section over here. Somebody told myself and Brother Ricky Duncan that we were guests. We can get with the people in front of the line. Never. I am you. I represent the men inside. I represent to them that we can do it. It can be done. Even if it's just one person, it can happen, it can be done. So then you would say, well, what are you doing now? I'm a full-time program coordinator for the City of Philadelphia Mural Arts Restorative Justice Program. I work with young men and women in between the ages of 18 and 24 that's on high-risk probation that's going through the same repetitive system, the effects of a fatherless household. Who better to teach them than you? Our children deserve having their fathers in their lives. They deserve men returning home from incarceration, men with a renewed mind. They deserve to have their fathers. My son asked me, Dad, can you come out? We need a steady quarterback. Son, I'm tired, man. I got to go to work. It's cold out there. Then I thought, this man waited all his life to play catch with his father. And you tired? You slept at Graterford. My daughter, Dad, we don't have nobody to turn rope with us. I'm 6'4", 200 and something pounds. But I owe it to him. I can't leave him. Our children are dependent on us. So I'm going to ask you one final time, are you in or are you out? Because me, I'm out.